Welcome to Tosa Blue Mountain.
Namaste, everybody, and welcome to Sunday service. Welcome to Shri and Kira Live. As Shri just mentioned, here today in a gorgeous moment here at Tosa Blue Mountain and with the pyramid and with you. Let's just, Shri, why don't we bring our hands to our heart and why don't we take in a deep breath? There we go. How about that?
Absolutely.
And why don't you guide us through a nice deep breath? How about that?
So, beloveds, as we welcome this connection to become ever more conscious and ever more present, bring a hand to your heart. Be present to your breath. Inhaling Ave. So. Let's do that again. Ave. So.
And as you smile, because on the exhale, when we smile, we send the signal to the universe that we are here, we are ready, we are open, and we are so divinely guided. And in this moment, we want to welcome you to the progress of the Pyramid of Peace, because how else better to welcome you than to walk you through it? So settle in wherever you are. Grab your favorite beverage. I'm grabbing mine.
There we are.
And we're bringing you in full construction. Are you excited? All right, let's go. Come on. Shri, lead the way.
Watch your step here as we head on in. So as you can see, the pyramid structure, the bamboo is nearly completed. We just are a couple days away from the structural pieces being finished.
And one of the things that's so amazing as you're coming in closer, you're walking up to what will be the main entrance area, that first pyramid entrance there. But right here, Freddie, maybe you can show them. This is where our beautiful Maria. So you might be wondering, hey, what happened to Maria? Well, we're building her this whole new garden. So when you walk in, our beautiful Maria, who overlooks our Valley of Love, will be right here. And there will be benches here where you can view Maria and the pyramid. So the other thing I want to point out to you before we go in is that there is no metal. You're probably seeing, as Freddie is showing you right here, the pegs. We're going to show you their workstation in just a minute. And that this is the fiber carbon. Shri, take a minute and talk about it, especially with those pegs up there. So Shri is standing in the middle of the front door. Oh my goodness.
Right here.
This is just to hold this measure, and this is the front door.
So this is the structural bamboo, which is a time-honored, proven engineering technique. And as you can see, the black wrapping is carbon fiber that is put on with a resin to reinforce the bamboo at the critical intersections.
And this is all being done by hand, guys. Plus this wonderful bamboo, Shri's got some beautiful video. It's coming from an incredible project done by one of the groups of the indigenous that are building this pyramid, where it is a renewable bamboo forest where every 5 years, bamboo this big renews itself. And so we are not taking, we are actually building a sustainable pyramid that is giving back using 100% indigenous technology. So should we go in, Shri?
Come on in.
Come on in, guys. And we're going to bring you into the middle. So get ready. Feel this energy. Oh my goodness. The only metal is the scaffolding, and we had to rent that. Right? So come on in. And where I'm standing, Freddie, I don't know if you can get maybe right in front of me. You can see right, this is the front door. And literally, if you look right behind me, there's the back door. You can see how tall the first area is. It's 7 levels total.
7 levels. Each level is 3 meters.
Right. So just breathe that in. This is a world record height bamboo pyramid. And that's pretty exciting as well. And remember, we have several different groups of indigenous people working together for the first time in unification to build this pyramid.
So we'll walk around the scaffold.
Let's do it. Be careful, don't hit your head. There's just stuff everywhere right now. All right. And Freddie, just show them the view. You know, just taking a moment of our beautiful valley, of course, the Compadres Mountains. And this pyramid is aligned perfectly with the 4 directions as well. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna hold that. Do you wanna?
Yeah. So as we enjoy the view and the setting here at the equator in the Andes Mountains, we're gonna bring you into the center, and we'll get you a glimpse straight up as best we can, given that the construction scaffolding is still in place.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do right now is I'm ducking under a lot of this because we want to show you a couple of really wonderful things. So first of all, I'm gonna duck under the scaffolding so that we can get right in the middle, okay? And as Freddie's wincing at me, and here we are. So the one thing I want you to notice first and foremost is this string. So Freddie, if you show them, you see it's tied right here to a post. They're not using any modern leveling systems or nothing. And as we follow this up, this is the center. Freddie, see if you can get them a really good look up. Following this string, and you see even here other bamboo pieces as counterweights. So right now, can I take the camera? I'm gonna take the camera, guys, and hopefully I'm gonna do this for you. All right, taking a deep Ave Saw breath. There it is. Get your first breath. Taking a deep Ave Saw breath, and I'm gonna give you a little spiral. Is that okay, guys? I know you're all really good with that. There we are. And just taking a nice deep Ave Saw breath. Exhale with a smile, because for the first time you're receiving the new geometries. Even with the scaffold, even with everything else, we know that you're already feeling this gift. And I am going to give Freddie back his camera so he and Sri can walk you over to our little station where we have so much more to share today, including that station itself.
Yes. You know, one of the wonderful things about this structure is it is already resonating well above 500 on Hawkins scale. And that's without the skin. And once we put the outer skin on, this pyramid.
And Sri, what is 500 again?
500 is love. And this pyramid right now is hovering right at the joy frequency, right around 540. And so as we add the skin and add in the additional conditioning elements, we'll be able to lift that frequency above 600 and radiate pure peace, the peace that passeth understanding, for all to benefit. Come on back here. We'll show you a little construction area.
Well, I love this. We discovered that yesterday, and I just thought, how creative. Why don't you share?
I will. Let me just get this other camera turned on.
And I'm running over during the camera change. All right, because guys, whose camera are we on right now, Sri?
Well, we're still on Freddie, but now we're coming to. Thank you so much.
Freddie, you're the best. Thank you. All right. So I have no idea what camera we're on.
Here we are, right here.
So guys, we're going to turn the camera a little bit because we want you to see something you can't. There it is. Check this out. So yesterday, I'm going to leave the camera right there for a minute. Not only have our beautiful indigenous workers made their own workstations out of the building materials of the pyramid, including this fabulous like little house area, right? Check this out. These are the pegs that they sit here hand making out of the bamboo. And this is the carbon fiber material that we're putting together with this. And so we wanted to share with you that
really strong.
Oh, and Sri, grab one of those. There we are. So here are some that are being made. And you see there's different lengths and types. So you see this big one here and the small one there. And based upon the depth of how many pieces of bamboo they're holding this together, that's how many we get. And so we really felt that the best way to offer you, there we are, guys, the gift of this pyramid was, to kind of be here live with you.
Yeah.
And do you mind, Sri, if I move this a minute? We're kind of in a fluid, and how perfect is it that we are fluid today? There it is, isn't it? I think it's nice to see.
Great.
I know Sri and I might not be as great on our color, but
good.
Really, isn't it about this? Look at this bamboo. Is that amazing?
The bamboo is
fabulous.
Yeah.
Each tube has so much strength, so much compression resistance. And when they are put together in sacred geometry, the forces and the loads from the wind and earth movement, just the whole structure shares in the load.
Yeah.
This is kind of the engineering definition of community. It's not just one little piece of it having to handle it. The forces are distributed around the entire structure.
Yes, yes.
And so this is an anti-seismic, time-honored method of construction that is a little bit labor-intensive compared to modern techniques. It works, it radiates, and it honors the earth.
And it's honestly proof that we can do the only modern technology here. And we agreed to it, and they asked us if it would be okay because they're worried about meeting our deadline of making sure that we grand christen this on September 22nd, or they would have built the scaffolding as well. And so that was the only compromise, was that we got the metal scaffolding. But I wanted to show you, because listen to this, right? Listen to these sticks. They sing. They are birthing a new way of calling forward. How many construction sites do you walk by and you hear singing? How many construction sites at lunchtime do they all sit? Yeah, here we go. And we've got the drum. My husband just brought the drum, right? So, right, there we are. And I bet, oh yeah, see, we can have some fun with this. So
all the little cutoffs are going to be holding plants.
Or you can get your drum set. And so we are going to be making these available, because right here where Sri just grabbed this, these are literally pieces of peace.
Yes.
And so why not help us harmonize around the world? And so, you know, if you're interested in getting a piece of peace and playing your drum and perhaps decorating your drum, and help us come together with all of these drums from around the world, because on September 22nd, we are going to beat the drum. So help us get these drums out, help us support the Pyramid of Peace. And just remember that in this moment, coming to you, and I want you to bring your hands to your heart now that we're playing. Aren't you all excited about our drums? I am. And so in this moment, as you bring your hands to your heart, just really take in a deep, beautiful, luscious breath, a really deep Ave Sa breath. And if your Cheshire cat smile has not ignited yet, then we're inviting you to fake it till you make it, right? Get that Cheshire cat smile ignited, because this is a miracle. The mere fact that we are all here in this potentiality at this moment, August 13, that we have made it to the point where September is happening, where the equinox is now a bright light. Yeah. And there has been massive interference to stop this unification. And many are falling. And so look in your own heart. We are all on this divine, beautiful collision trajectory for the September Peace Week. September 20 through 25 is going to change the world because it's happening.
Yes.
This is concrete evidence that said we will continue this potentiality. We will find the potentiality together where the pyramids can be built again, where the indigenous can come together again, where we remember each other through our heart and not our head, where our divine presence illuminates the all that is. And that all that is brings us to right here, right now. I want you to just pull your consciousness here, because yesterday, August 13, 2022 was the culminating moment, right? It was the 13th. What is the 13? Totality, completion, the 1 plus the 3, which is the 4 again. Well, not only was it August 13, which is the totality, completion, the 4 again, it was also the final moment of the 4th supermoon of 2022.
Yes.
These past 4 supermoons are now anchored. And what came forward, and this is an amplification, because we started talking about this at the end of July already. August is all about the truth. Shri, would you put the ascended numerology?
Sure.
We want to just jump right here, guys, because you are in a power moment that needs support. So let's talk about it. So as we are gazing at the ascended numerology, just look right at the throat. And Shri, can you make this a little smaller so they can see the text? That would be lovely, honey. Just hit that little minus right there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they need to see the text. Thanks, honey. So if you look at this, what you're seeing is, look at the throat of the physical body. You see the double 5? So first and foremost, look at August 8th. August 8th, that Lionsgate amplification. And I pray you were with us. And if you weren't, go to Shri and Kara, go to YouTube, just get that video, be a part of that. Be with us next Monday as well. Because what happened was that Lionsgate amplification hit the truth chakra on the 8th. So last Monday, right? We're going to be one full week tomorrow. Last Monday on that 8th, everything rang with truth. It was like the gong hit your throat. And because of that, integrity reigns. And then from the 8th through the 11th, as we were building into that full bounty moon, if you were in your truth, if you were able to say yes, then on August 11th, when that full bounty moon came in, that 5 hit again. So we are in a moment of extraordinary integrity. And that full bounty moon, that double 5 energy of the pyramid and the spin and all that ignites in this potentiality that has the ability to call in and sustain. I'm going to say that one more time. Call in and sustain your ascended being in form is real. It's now, and it is not impossible. And look at your body. Your body right now is saying, if I really trust my beingness, look at that star on the 4. And there. What was yesterday again? You know, it was the 4th super moon. The 4, we're very ruled by the 4 this month. And so when you look at that foundation, that beingness, when I can keep my beingness and call it into the 2nd chakra of creation, letting go of the need to control or have any ego, then you see how it flies out from that 6 into the infinite presence, where everything becomes manifested. There's even a double manifest energy, guys. Everything becomes manifested through, and here's the key, the courage of the integrity. The courage of the integrity. So yesterday, before we go any further, we're going to give you another little fabulous film today. Shri and I were called to go up to the Temple of Light here at Tosa Blue Mountain, and many things happened. However, the 2 things that all bound together and were the main reasons we were obviously called up there are the blessings and the bounty we would like to share with you. And please remember that your comments are welcomed, whether you're catching us at YouTube, whether you're catching us at Facebook, whether you're catching us on Sign. And so as you are watching this film, as you are receiving everything that we have talked about earlier, feel free to share, feel free to ask.
Yes.
Because you helped co-create this experience, and there's so much more. But what happened yesterday, along with the up level, I'm sure you're already feeling just being in the pyramid. We want to offer you this amplification and this moment of integrous being manifested blessing. So relax, breathe. It's just a few minutes and we'll be right here.
All right. We're going to cue up the film.
Cue the film.
Here we go.
All right.
All right. Let's take a breath. And here we are.
you can feel the earth through my presence. And she's saying you can feel the wind through my arms. And you can feel your heart through my essence. And your freedom through my soul. And she keeps talking about the respiration and the breath of all that is. And this is coming from her directly. And this is in her knowing that the pyramid is going to be put right here. And I think that's important. And if you follow this branch, she's like been waiting and pointing. Look at, it's like she's pointing to it. And she's holding on. What a beautiful day. Hey guys, Shri and I are up here at the Prophecy Stone. It's Saturday morning, clearest blue sky in the 6 years we have lived here. And as we were walking up, we noticed that the side of the Prophecy Stone was showing us, it's revealing something today for the first time we have never seen before. Number one, the reminder that Shri and I need to be more mindful about the time of day when we read the stone, because of course it would have been carved to reflect at certain times. And I'm going to use my poll right now. You'll see this is new. Those of you that have been tracking with us since the day we discovered this, look, the new flow has opened. And what is so powerful is that this is going straight through the cosmic ignition, right? So this new flow coming in carries with it the power and the presence of its cosmic ignition, which means it has to be of highest integrity, and that integrity needs to be unwavering no matter what. And so from that gift, from that propellant, this new flow, check this out. Look, guys, is repairing what was damaged. And I'm going to invite Shri to walk up because we're going to go around, and I'm going to stay right here so you see what's happening. And where we're coming in is really important. And so what you're seeing here is that where we're coming in, and now, Shri, you're going to want to come around almost around me. I think we'll give them a better view. So guys, remember that this is all of the, let's maybe go over there, honey, because I want them to see this. So you can see right here, this is just part of the petroglyphs that are on this stone. This petroglyph right here is, of course, the serpent of consciousness. It is that border of the sea of neutrality, all of the glyphs that are up here. But here's what's important. So Shri, I'm going to bring us back here as keeping this in the view if we can. I want to show you guys this area from here to here was broken. It was damaged. Remember, there was a laser strike on this property. We have evidence of that too. This stone was blown from where it was. And additionally, years later, this part was the crucial part for the awakening. And this new beautiful opening has come in, and check it out, guys. It's the healing journey that is bringing us back to unification. It is the healing journey that is bringing us back, check this out, to unification. And the reason that Shri and I are discovering this today is because this is the final breath of the incredible supermoon, the fourth supermoon. We are in the enunciation. We are in the announcement phase, the remember humanity phase, that this September equinox, the 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, those days will establish. And we have just been gifted today with something that has not been before. So say yes and thank you for being in this dimension, in this potentiality right now, because together we're co-creating this. Mwah. taking a breath. Sri and I were like, was that just yesterday?
That was yesterday.
that was actually about an hour earlier than where we are right now today. So that was about 25 hours ago.
Yeah.
Right here, right up at the top of the mountain at the Temple of Light.
So much is happening. You know, I want to just pause for a moment right now.
Let's do that.
And first off, express gratitude. Thank you for participating through your presence, through your love, and through your active participation. We are supported. The world is supported. And just as I shared earlier about how all the bamboo structures, each individual piece is sharing the load of the all, and that isn't that what we are all doing?
How symbolic is that?
Truly.
You know, that truly together we are better, that when we come together, miracles happen.
And I wanted to acknowledge, earlier on, so there were a lot of sharings that came in.
So let's hear from you, Sri. Let's hear it.
Yeah, so I got this forwarded to me, and so I just want to highlight some of these. So because I really touched. The nuggets of sharing are like nourishment. It's like, let me let that come in. Awakened Dreamscape shares heart expansion and a wave of peace.
Yes,
Blessings.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Gary shares there is a pyramid in the sky right above them. Unreal.
Yes.
Welcome to the new real.
And get down here. Remember, the day we broke ground, it was our beloved Kyla who first called our attention to a full circle rainbow that appeared right above the pyramid.
There's a series of comments of people that are maybe getting the scope of this.
Finally, right?
Lars
Guys,
says,
help
wow,
us.
it's huge. Linda
Yeah,
shares, oh my Lord.
No, you do realize that we will all be dancing in here with our drums and all of the local indigenous musicians and all of the drumming and all of the music. Guys, it's a festival.
And more beautiful encouragement.
Yeah.
Stara writes, yes, spaciousness, tears of gratitude. Angel Light says, this pyramid is giving me chills, energy,
Yes.
joy, peace.
Remember, because this pyramid, consider it this way. If we could only do one in this potentiality, where would we put it? We would want it to be in the heart of the planet.
Yes.
In a place of the center where all is possible and all is neutral, where the greatest force of peace and harmony could quickly and easily rise without any need for polarity. You don't have to believe in it. It's just a moment of beauty. So thank you for seeing that.
And there's more.
Oh no, read it. You gotta read it. You guys are amazing. We're sharing you.
Lorraine shares, namaste. Thank you for the view, and I feel the radiant magnificence of the pyramid. Kindness and love here. I feel increased clarity, focused awareness. I'm taking steps to manifest my dreams. Yes.
Yes, that's this moment.
And I am with you as an evolutionary love leader. Well, I like that. ELL, let's go. And
yeah, right.
Angel shares, August has been amazing.
Right.
Not that density hasn't been there, but I've been able to see and feel the truth through it all.
See, and we're gonna, as soon as we're done sharing a little more of you,
here's what we're gonna talk about.
And we're gonna talk about why integrity is causing fear to also have a moment. So hold that. That's where we're going.
All right. And I'd like to talk about that. There's more sharing.
I think you should just read.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Purple Sparkle shares, I feel I keep going. The light is ushering me. I keep trying. I keep growing. It's the right path. It's over. No more darkness. Abundance for all.
Law of instantaneous manifestation,
there it is.
baby.
You deserve.
Because you were born. Right? There it is.
Read that in. Just say it. I deserve because I was born. Nothing more to say, nothing to explain.
Nope.
All right. Seeker of Truth shares, wow, great video and high energies. I can see from you, Kira Ra. Oh, I just want to ditto that. My beloved Kira Ra, and the calendar and the AN and the projections that she has been talking about for weeks. Oh, we're watching everything come true. And each and every month, these calendars and these energy revelations are spot on. All we need to do is relax the need to impose causality and instead see what is emerging that she has identified for us. And while I'm on that subject, I just, it's right top of my mind. in the August AN, I'm going to bring this back for a second. In the Ascended Numerology, take a look at the root chakra.
Yeah. Wow. Talk about a bullseye.
Yeah, and the alignment there, that star, that energy.
Yeah.
Well, what this is saying, this is indeed saying we're being called to integrity. We are indeed being called to anchor.
Well, and here's what's important to me. I want to, because
Yeah,
you're bringing
go for
up
it.
such a valuable point. August itself is the first 4, right?
Yeah.
So all month long, it's about this.
Yep.
This is why what you're saying is so important. But here's what's so beautiful and why it's a double bullseye. Look at the very last day. It's on August 27 in that illuminated new moon. August closes as the mirror of itself, as the 4 plus the 4, which is the 8, which is the infinite presence. And that's another reason why it's all about integrity. You cannot anchor the infinite presence if you're outside of integrity with yourself.
So consider for a moment that the who man, the spiritual being that you are, is expressing authentically through this life. Now, that's a little bit of a shift from where the planet was decades ago, because the root chakra, as it was understood for millennia, was about your safety. It was about the tribe, about belonging, about, being safe. And those are good lessons to learn as a child. That I'm safe in my family is a wonderful gift to give a child. However, at this time in our history, the root chakra is about your beingness, your authentic being. You are not just an assembly of flesh and bones. You are a spiritual being in this human form, in union with the body. So the root chakra has lifted, it's ascended into beingness. Now, how can you be authentically in your beingness if you're lying to yourself and others? If your authenticity cannot foundationalize, then everything is disconnected. And we see this a lot in the world, that people are off in their ideas, off in their beliefs, but at the core, they're frightened, they're seeking to control, they're seeking power.
So,
And
Shri,
so I say, bless them, because
Yes.
they're teaching us, and they are themselves are discovering how to complete those energies of disconnect. Nothing happens by accident. It's there to greet your consciousness and heal through it.
So that's where I have to jump in, because nothing happens by accident. It's there to greet your consciousness and heal through it. Shri, I want you to join me right now with your hand on this bamboo.
Yeah.
I want to just feel it. So the one thing that I did not realize until this very minute, because even yesterday we did not, right? This, I feel like I'm holding a pair of Egyptian healing rods. Remember, I actually feel like I'm holding Egyptian healing rods, and those of you who have Egyptian healing rods know exactly what I'm talking about. So imagine Egyptian healing rods that are conditioned in this pyramid. Imagine the gift of the pyramid, just the structure. Right now, my hands, and that's why I wanted to stop, because my hands, and I did, right? And I just want to offer it to all of you. The vibrational frequency of this, let me stand so you can see the vibrational frequency of this bamboo, it comes in green. And right over here, you see, I want to show you again. See this area? Those are long tables where they put the bamboo and where they work with it, and they sand it, and where it sits in our sun, and it comes in happy, and these people are singing, and no machine has touched it. And I'm just talking about authenticity in real time. I did not expect to feel this.
Yeah.
But you feel this too, right?
Yeah. No,
honest to God, guys.
Every one of them is
I feel like I'm holding a pair of Egyptian healing rods, and it's like my hands are on the frequency is off the charts. And so I really just want to say thank you for being here in this potentiality, because this is the potentiality where the pyramid maker has come forward and is saying, yes, it is time to bring these back into form, utilizing the blessings of Gaia and without disturbing or harming anything.
Yes.
No thing needs to die for a me to live. So just breathing that in, I want to show you the calendar again real quick. Can we do that? Because Shri, what you're talking about is really important, and we're going to talk more about that. And please send us your comments as well. And so while we're sharing the calendar with you, I want you to notice first and foremost today, the 14th, right? You'll notice that today we are actually already back in the loop of creation. And if you look at yesterday, the 13th, and it started on the 8th, right? So I know I'm bringing you back. So at this point, I've been kind of inviting you to rewind back to the Lionsgate amplification. Again, praying you were with us that night. And if you weren't, please get to ShriAndKira.com, get there, be a part of that, especially when we get together again, because it is no accident, guys, that we are getting together again on the 22nd. Just feel that. And so yesterday and the 8th, were the completion and amplification of the ignition of this incredible integrity field. And because of that, yesterday, you see that pyramid, right? So if you go up to the actual word Friday, that's the tip of the pyramid rising. That was all about the August energy. And remember, when this calendar came out, this pyramid wasn't even in our consciousness. Not even close. And you guys know this came out last November, excuse me. And so when you look at that tip of the pyramid and you see how the two radiation lines come down, the first one goes through that full bounty moon. The other one goes through yesterday, the 13th, and it's going to keep going through Saturday, the 20th next week when the Mercury retrograde begins and the illuminated moon. And it will not anchor until September 3rd. But on the other side, all of the bounty will anchor this month. Follow that arm all the way down to the 31st. So why is this important to notice? Why is this important to pay attention to? Because it brings us to that bigger conversation. And the bigger conversation is that integrity takes courage. We're in a moment of Kali Yuga. Recently, someone who I adore said to me, I have a pet name for you, and I'm going to call you this because I love you this, but I won't do it in public. They actually put that in an email to me. And that's like, hey, I'm going to be your friend, but don't let anybody know, right? We are not in grade school. We're not even in high school. You are so far beyond the games of density that integrity in this moment will be seen by some, especially by the non-integrous. Integrity will be seen as the threat. It will be seen as the ultimate threat. Because at the end of the day, your greatest truth detector is right here. And trusting yourself is what opens this truth detector, thereby offering and igniting the inner courage to take the steps that you know are the right thing to do what you know is right, to put integrity first, knowing and trusting the law of instantaneous manifestation. Knowing this pyramid needs to manifest on the planet, Shri and I stepped forward and said yes. And many of you have said yes and kept it going. And all of you that are keeping it going, thank you. And those of you that have been waiting, time is now. And so this is the moment, get a drum, buy a brick, help become a part of the whole thing.
No, let me just underscore that a little bit so that we're clear.
Yeah.
If you head over to ShriAndKira.com and you'll see some information on the Pyramid Project, and there's a little place you can click. It says, be a partner. Get a piece of the pyramid, be a partner. And what we're
piece of peace.
We're offering you the opportunity to fully commit, to lend your energy, to assist us, to assist the world.
Because that's what this pyramid is doing.
And so your contributions not only create a grace and a recognition where your name is put into the pyramid and energized. We're going to be sharing the pieces of bamboo where there's more surprises ahead.
Yes.
This is a community.
Right. And so we don't want the show to be about that, but we do want you to understand that week, September 20 through 25, Peace Week. And stay tuned, write it on your calendar for a very special 911 Sunday show where Shri and Kira Live, the whole show is going to be a guest host with Scott Kadamus on his show. So it's going to be an amazing 911 experience building us up to that launch on 9/20. And so it's the moment to say yes. If your yes is, let me just be there live, let me be there online, whatever it takes, spread the word. We are at that moment. And that's what the integrity does. Integrity isn't afraid to be your friend in broad daylight. Integrity will stand up in a room of those that may have been your best friends, your birth family, As the lineage holder you are, or you would not connect with this experience in any form. But as a lineage holder, there will come a moment in every cycle of the sacred sequence of incarnation where everything inside of you will be saying, is it now? And then there will always be, always, it will either be the one you trusted the most,
Yes,
the one you loved the most, usually a family member or a dear, dear friend. And if you've read our book, Sacred Union, The Journey Home, you'll read what Sri and I had to stand up with when we said yes, individually and together. That's what is happening in the face of integrity. You know, many years ago, I shared with some of you, and I'm going to say it again because it's just one of those things I do to honor my beautiful stepdad. And he was the only father, you know, and I'm blessed to have the menorah of the family that was passed on to me. I mean, it's a big thing. But I'll never forget, he looked me in the eye and he said, just remember one thing, never trust those who do not trust. And you know, when I first heard that from him, I'm not sure I fully grasped what he was sharing with me or the wisdom and depth of it. And there's so much I could share about this extraordinary man and his journeys and the things that he did in his life. But what I can share is that what I have learned is that Sri and I will always trust first. And what we have learned is that if someone comes to you without trust, what they're really saying is, I am so hurt inside that I refuse to let anyone get even close enough to see what's here. So I have built a wall so big and so huge that I will not let anyone penetrate it, nor will I even give them the ability to climb it. And God forbid they do, I don't know what to do. Yeah. That's where most of humanity is right now, because this bell of integrity, and it's right now. 8-8 Lionsgate, this 8-8 Lionsgate, in the energy of that double 4 August, the 8-8 Lionsgate came out and said, roar with integrity. And as we started saying late July, the gift of August is that all the truth is going to be revealed. Yes. If someone is hiding, if the world is, whatever has been hiding, that is going to affect this potentiality in this moment. So remember that, because we're going to talk about the Insoulment after we get back to some of your comments, because the current Insoulment matters, right? So if it affects this potentiality, it's happening right now. It's happening right now.
You know, I really want to emphasize something here. We talked a little bit about anchoring your integrity, your authenticity, and your beingness. Each of you who has tuned in has said yes to this process. Yes. And sometimes we say yes to something, we go, oh, that takes a little courage and
what
strength.
Did I just say yes to, right? What was that fine print?
and yet we can laugh and smile at this because we're coming home to you. We're coming home to the truth. And that brings me to a quick little chakra sharing. Your fifth chakra is the quote unquote choke point between the guidance and your heart and your beingness. So when the fifth chakra is accustomed to having to manipulate, lie, or distort in order to feel safe, it isn't centered.
And can I add one thing to that? If you've read our book, Sacred Union, The Journey Home, this will sound familiar. And if not, I invite you to read the book, but to receive this. When you have given your power to the false gods of time and the false gods of money, then the sly pirate of the ego has already succumbed or has already taken over. And that which you are is sitting back eating popcorn going, when you're ready, I'll be here.
Yeah.
So just breathe and notice, because integrity will flare that energy.
And so as we take a breath into that sharing and recognize that your path of self-ascension is individual to you.
Yes.
We're on the highway together, but we're waving at each other. Saying,
like, how's it going for you? Like, oh, wow. I'll meet you at the rest stop, right? You know?
And so there's everything that is energy can shift quickly. so quickly. Consciousness and energy shift form. Consciousness and energy shift manifestation.
Yeah.
And so as you have the courage to take your stand and be in your truth, you are resonating an integrity out into the world. And those that were kind of believing the spin that they didn't have to be that integrous will start to take notice. There will either awaken something inside, or they'll pull away for a while until finally they awaken.
Or not. I got to jump in here, straight,
Or not.
because no, seriously, because the
Yeah.
fear component right now is the mirror image of integrity. So this is not the normal mirror of integrity, right? You would not normally put up integrity in a mirror and go, it's fear, right? But that's because, and here's the good news about that, it's because our consciousness has evolved to the moment where enough are holding authenticity that the energy of fear actually feels safe enough to peek outside of its little room. It's like a 2-year-old who's sitting there and is so terrified and has become so accustomed that is finally realizing, you mean I can open this door?
Yes.
And I'm not going to get bit. I'm not going to get yelled at. I'm not going to get hurt. You mean I open this door, there's bright light, right? And as Archangel Zadkiel always reminds us, take a flashlight, turn it on, put it right there in your hand, be in a dark room, and notice how absolutely poquito, how little you need to lift that to start seeing a whole lot of light.
A little bit of light
Right?
is revelatory.
So imagine if your eyes are acclimated to not having that much light. What's the first thing you do? It's like being in the sun and taking off sunglasses. It's an initial response.
Yeah.
Love them. They know not what they do. As you hold, I am here as the sea of neutrality. So we want to hear from you. Let's hear.
Hey, got more sharings.
Yeah.
So Baldevi writes, thank you for sharing this inspiration, and the prophecy stone is really calling me. I'd love to see more videos, more sharings about it and what it is lovingly revealing.
Thank you.
And oh, this is fun. Ginger writes, hello. I'm living only 30 minutes away, and look at this connection. So here's a sister we haven't yet met in person.
Namaste, sweetheart. Look what's 30 minutes from you, already affecting the whole valley.
Yeah, and Denius offers hearts and namaste.
Hey,
and Ginger comes back with these nuggets. So let's breathe this in. Unified, focused consciousness, spirit, soul, heart, energy, will, essence, intent, all in divine order, in perfect, harmonious peace. Great success.
Let us all take a bow.
Yes.
And say thank you.
Yes.
Because you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust. Yeah. Woo!
All right, couple of more here. Courtney shares, authentic energy is not
integrity. That's a powerful.
Pardon me.
That's a powerful.
Yeah. Authentic integrity is not for the faint of heart.
Stop right there. Everybody underline that. That is the absolute truth. It is not. I know that for a fact.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely. And she continues, it is completely worth working to step into every single step of the way.
Yes, because what you remember is that the blood of this form is for this form, for this world. When people use blood relatives, blood whatever, as their excuse for bonding, what they're saying is, I am unwilling to remember that which I am outside of my allegiance to this form. Yeah. Love them. They are really carrying a strong presence here. However, if you are here in the energy of the ascended beingness, then it is your presence that will invite them to go further.
We are all in this together.
Yes.
And like that wonderful bowl of popcorn on the stove, we pop at different times.
How fun is that?
It is. Hey, this is fun. Marianne shares, I feel like I am in the pyramid. Yes. I had beautiful chills the moment you walked through the door. You know, and I want to modify your sharing. I feel like I am the pyramid. Try that on.
Right.
Because we are the energy that this reminder is radiating.
Right.
We are the peace, the love, the joy. We are the portal of connectivity through the dimensional gateways that bring this light to earth.
Feel that, breathe that, breathe that. It brings me back, Shri, when Shri and I, 20 years ago, when we took our sacred vows to be ministers and for Shri to become the leader of this congregation of that which we are, it was really about this form of service. And so this is a moment where collectively we are visioning together with every breath.
Absolutely. Hey, Evelyn says, great to catch you on Facebook. The pyramid is amazing. Love from Ireland.
Hey, sweetheart.
Thank you for tuning in at this hour.
Nice to see you. Mwah.
Absolutely. Batya shares,
Hey, Batya.
my father was a Holocaust survivor, along with others in my family. I know that we are lineage holders and that I was meant to rise above that which would hold us back.
I want you to breathe that in. And Batya, I want to also share that many of you may or may not know, but Shri and I are also doing everything we can to really help get a pyramid over in Auschwitz at the House of Hope. And so, hold that for us as well, because I'm feeling that in my crown chakra, even as you share. So let us all hold the energy of true peace for all and the healing that happens outside of any form of activism, which will always create more polarity. This pyramid is simply saying, I am here, I am ready, I am open, guide me. And we're going to be talking, Shri, about your water process next week, because flow is where this is all going. And what you haven't seen yet is the whole water system that Shri's putting in here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're designing a water system that will circulate into the highest levels of the pyramid and offer that gift to people. One of the things that's important to recognize is that each and every one of us has experienced friction in our lives. I could say trauma, I could say hurt, I could say loss, whatever.
Insert word that works for you.
Insert the word.
Right.
So friction is how we polish the pearl of our soul.
Diamond.
The diamond. Yes. It is through the friction that we find ourselves lifting into wisdom.
Yes.
It is through the friction that we find our hearts and forgive that which has transpired, because we love ourselves more.
There it is.
Now.
Bring your hands around you.
We make these pearls, and these pearls are meant to be shared. And whether your friction was one story or another story, to honor it as the grit that polished your compassion, to honor it as the grit that polished your radiance, to honor all that has gone before as contributing to the wise elder that you are, contributing to the healer that you are, contributing to your capacity to mentor those who are ready to evolve further. Teacher, mentor, and healer. This is the interaction of the earth that we're co-creating. It's no longer about victim, abuser, and rescuer. It's about collaborating from a place of integrity and divine connection.
Breathe that in. Shri, as you were saying, teacher, mentor, healer, I was feeling very much teacher, mentor, healer. And let's just really breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and be with the energy of that which I am. And as you are, I want to invite you right now to bring your hands to your throat, if it's safe to do so. And you can just, bring them to your throat like this. And I'm going to step back a little bit. Let me see if you can see us. Shri, you can stay there. I want them to see both of us. We're going to end by doing a living ankh. So if you're able to, let's see, I can
adjust this a little bit.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So the reason we're going to end by doing a living ankh today is number one, there we are. Number one, because we're in the pyramid. And number two, because the living ankh is the reminder of the five. It's the reminder of the truth energy of our eternal life presence. And I think I'm gonna have to go back a little bit, or my arm's gonna hit. There we are. We're good. Okay. So in order to do the living ankh, it's really good outside if you can, and you want to be barefoot if possible, and you want to have your feet at that shoulder width, right? So you want to be shoulder width. And you want to begin by just letting your arms hang loose. And, Shri, I think they could see you if you wanted to stand right here.
Let me give it a go.
All right. And so watch your head, honey. Like right there, maybe? Yeah, there we are. Look, there we are. Okay.
All right.
So there we are. Now you can see both of us. So as your arms are down, notice your fingers, really have them pointed down the ground. really relax, give those shoulders, move the spine if you have to. And remember that this is about the recognition of the eternal presence. So with our feet relaxed like this, if you're unable to stand right now, you can do this laying down, have your feet pointed up toward the sky right now, your hands down by your side. If you're sitting down right now, just straight spine. Okay. So as we are together right now, underneath your left foot, begin to feel this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful crystalline light. And just feel it tickling your foot. Just feel it tickling that beautiful, beautiful middle part, that beautiful area of the arch. And let it sit there. Just feel this beautiful crystalline energy underneath your left foot. And as you're doing that, notice on your right, underneath your right foot, this beautiful golden ray energy, this beautiful golden light. And just feel this beautiful, beautiful, it's a lifting energy. Remember, ascended presence is a lift into the body. It's a lifting energy. And in this moment, I'm going to invite you, just relaxed as you are. We're going to take in a deep Ave Sa breath. And on the exhale, I want you to bring that crystalline and gold light just to your knees. So here we are, breathing in Ave Sa. On the exhale, feeling that energy filling from your feet all the way up to your knees. We're going to take in another Ave Sa breath. And on the exhale, we're going to fill from our knees just to the base of that spine. Here we are, breathing up. And at the base of the spine, you're already hearing, I deserve because I was born.
I deserve because I was born.
And you're feeling this gold and crystalline light beginning to spiral together at the first chakra. And on the next Ave Sa breath, we're going to pull that all the way through and up and out of our crown like a waterfall. Breathing in. Sa. Allowing the head to go back. Allow the ignition, feel the lifting energy, the crystalline coming in on the left, gold coming in on the right, the spiral moving up and out of your head like a beautiful waterfall. Head falling back, the humility, the opening, the release into eternal presence, the opening of your integrous throat, the ignition of your ascended heart. We bring out our arms as straight as you can, bending your hands back like those beautiful Balinese dancers, right? You want to really bend your hands back as far as you can, because this is opening up, similar to the foot, it's opening up the chakras in the middle of the hand, maintaining the head back, the heart open. Right in front of your heart, Archangel Raphael has just offered this beautiful emerald ray. And feel that enter the heart as your arms ignite out. Breathing, relaxing, smiling, allowing your head to settle into a beautiful, beautiful position, looking straight ahead, scooping all that beautiful energy and bringing it right into you. Yeah, and if you're with someone else, I like to run over and hug them too. Give us a minute. And so my angels, I know we talked about doing the Insoulment with you live, and we only have 1 minute left. So that's your challenge for this week. Get to Sri and Kira, read SriandKira.com, read the Insoulment. It's important. It's for now. We will for sure bring it back up next week and be there at Monday Mastery Presence, because there's so much more happening. Yeah. And you are the one making it all go round. So thank you for your presence.
So as we come to a close today, I invite you to simply notice your breath.
Breathe into you.
Breathe into you. Breathe into the I am that you are. And let a smile come to your face, because together we are better. We love you. We look forward to being with you again really soon.
Namaste.
Namaste.